Number 15, Chris Higgins, a 6-foot junior, along with Corey Conklin, number 23, the 5'10" sophomore. Inside for the Wildcats, they go 6'5", 6'5", and 6'1". 6'1" is number 34, Lonnie Carr, 6'1" senior. At 6'5", a junior, Jerry Jerry Finan. 6'5" junior, number 41, number 45, 6'5" senior, Keith Hoffman. For St. Xavier, quickly starting, number 10, John Brzezinski. Brzezinski, a 5'11" junior also starting tonight, number 22, Mike Wolford, a 5'10" senior. And John Hall, the 5'7" sophomore, who's a big plug in the Ram offense, number 23. And inside, number 32, Nate Meskey, 6'3" senior, along with the 6'3" junior, Jeff Labarge, wearing number 34. Leading scorer for the Rams, number 21, Mark Matura, not starting this evening, but probably can expect him to be one of the first Rams off the bench.
Maybe Coach McDevitt may be trying the old Boston Celtic technique of bringing John Havlicek off the bench. Looking, certainly in the Celtic tradition, or many NBA teams, the 5 best don't necessarily start, and the 6th man plays a very important role.
So the Rams come out before we start this night with a 2-9 record overall, 2-5 in league play. Westmoreland's 8-4 overall, 5-2 in the Eisenhower League. The jump center for the Wildcats will be number 41, Jerry Finan, 6'5" junior, going up against Nate Meskey, 6'3" senior for the St. Xavier Rams. Meskey gets up, controls the tip, and John Brzezinski, number 10, will act his role of point guard for the St. Xavier Ram team. Gets it over there to number 22. That's Mike Wolford. Wolford and Brzezinski. Now they go to Hall in the corner. Back out front to Wolford. Baseline Hall, thrown inside, intercepted there by number 34, Lonnie Carr. And now Corey Conklin, number 23, brings it up for the Wildcats, working against what looks to be a Ram defense of man-to-man that St. X opens in. Finan turns around inside, scores the first 2 points of the game, and you were telling me that Finan comes from a fine basketball family.
That's true. There have been Finans at Westmoreland periodically the last 10 years, and they've all been excellent inside players.
Posted up nicely on that first possession. Westmoreland out to the early 2-0 lead. Brzezinski over to Hall. He'll take it from the corner. A little long. Rebound comes down to Carr. And he'll hand it off to... Now he'll hand it off to Conklin, and Westmoreland will set the offense. Again, looking inside.
Westmoreland was in a tight zone that last time, and it looks like they're trying to prevent the ball from getting inside to Nate Meskey or some of the other St. X players.
Off Finan's hands and through Meskey's, so Westmoreland gets a break, and they'll keep it, take it out underneath their own basket. Again, just underway, minute and a half gone in this contest.
Well, it looked like kind of just an unexpected surprise there, as Nate didn't expect to get the ball that easily.
Cross-court pass to Finan, and long cross-court. That's just a 2-pointer, but it goes for Chris Higgins. Four to nothing. Rams yet to get on the board. 6:14 to go. First quarter of play. John Hall kicks it out front to Wolford. Back around to Brzezinski. Looking to get it inside. Now Wolford fakes the three-pointer, goes inside, finds. Good shot that time by Jeff Labarge, but the shot just wouldn't go, and Westmoreland comes up with it and comes back up with the ball in a 4-point lead.
And once again, just a little bad luck by St. Xavier's there, as Labarge did an excellent job. It just didn't go.
Finan kicked it back out. This time it is a three-pointer by Lonnie Carr. So quickly, 5:35 to go first quarter. The Rams looking at a 7-point deficit. And now foul's going to be called inside. First foul of the game will go against Larry Finan, number 41 for the Westmoreland Wildcats. And the Rams will inbound it underneath their own basket.
The St. X, Bob, has had some tough luck this year. They've got some excellent players, and I think potential to be a good team. But things just haven't gone their way, and I think it's important that they get off to a good start. And right now they're not doing that, trying to get their confidence up.
Hall's shot won't go. Conklin brings it the other way for the Wildcats. Over to Higgins. Back out front to Hoffman, one of the 6'5" twin towers that the Wildcats feature inside. Higgins again right wing. Looking to get it inside, kick it back out to Conklin. Round to Carr, now the shot taken up again by Hoffman, won't go. Labarge with the long rebound. And Brzezinski to set it for the Rams. Westmoreland settled back into that 2-1-2 zone. Give the Rams a three-pointer, but Brzezinski drives in for the 15-footer and connects.
They're going to give it to him. He was going to take it. Nice little shot there by John Brzezinski.
Brzezinski puts the Rams on the board and brings it back within 5. Now the pass goes inside and the foul drawn. That time inside by Keith Hoffman. Jeff Labarge charged with the foul. Hoffman will go to the line to shoot 2. Wrong on one count. Foul goal against Nate Meskey, number 32.
Well, I called it on Jeff Labarge, and I've never seen eye to eye with most officials, so that shouldn't be surprising they didn't agree.
Hoffman, good on the first. Has a chance now to put the Wildcats back up by 7. 4:28 to go, first quarter of play. And he does. Keith Hoffman with 2 points now has put Wildcats on top by a score of 9-2. Inside 4.5 minutes to go, first period of play here at the Bradley Gym, second half of our doubleheader. John Hall back out to Mike Wolford. Again, the Rams trying to get good ball movement. That a two-pointer up and in by John Hall.
Hall just 2.5.
Hall just a sophomore. Hits from just 19 feet out, and it's 9-4 inside 4 minutes. Inside, easy 2 that time for Hoffman. Hoffman's got 4, and the Wildcat lead back up 7 and 11 to 4. Wolford out front, over to Brzezinski, over to Hall again from the baseline. This one's a little short. Labarge tips it. The Conklin comes out of there with it. And he'll lead the Ram attack. Wildcats again on offense, leading by 7, 11-4. Pass inside to Finan, tipped away by Meskey.
You know, Bob, so far in this first 5 or 6 minutes or so of the quarter, St. X has had the opportunities for steals, for points, and they just seem to have no luck at all. And the longer it goes this way, I'm afraid the less the chances they'll capitalize.
Wide open from the wing and connecting on again a two-pointer is Chris Higgins for his second basket of the night. And it's 13-4 Wildcats. Substitution into the Ram lineup. Number 21, Mark Matura, has replaced Jeff Labarge. So the Rams' leading scorer on the season back on the floor. Good pass from Hall into Meskey. His shot won't go, and 4 Wildcats around there to pick up the rebound as Higgins will get credit for it. And now ahead as Conklin sets the offense.
That was a tough angle on the shot by Meskey.
Finan inside. Tried to go inside to Hoffman. Hoffman, however, moving around for position against Matura. Guilty of the offensive foul. His first, second team foul on the visitors from Westmoreland. Inside 2.5 minutes to go. Rams offense looking to gel here in the first period. Trailing by 9 at 13-4. Inside to Matura. He posts up. Can't get it to fall, but tips it back out to Brzezinski. Now back over to Wolford, who will take the shot and hit.
Good job there by Matura, first of all, in keeping the ball alive, and of course, an excellent shot there by Mike Wolford in putting him down.
Lead back to 7, 13-6. Rams trying to establish some continuity on offense. Now exerting a little defensive pressure against the Wildcat offense. That's Finan.
Big guy moved outside a little bit that time.
Finan's got 4 points. Score now 15-6 in favor of the Wildcats. Wolford and Brzezinski out front. Hall on the baseline, looks inside, pass to Matura. Last touch by Mark, and the ball come back the other way. Turnover on the Rams. Gives Westmoreland a chance to build on top of their 9-point lead at 15-6.
It was a good attempt to get the ball, and it was just excellent defense that time, I think, on Westmoreland's part.
Across the 10-second line comes Conklin for the Wildcats. Now dishes off to Carr. Looking inside. Finan again looking inside. They want to go to Hoffman, but Finan will take it from 13. Off. Rebound tipped around. Matura comes out of there with it. Wolford back out to Brzezinski. Over to John Hall. Matura inside. Takes the shot and gets it.
That's a little move that time. The Westmoreland zone tends to flatten out at times, and John Brzezinski's already shown us he has a good shot. Look for him possibly to step in and take that.
Lead back to 7, 15-8, inside 40 seconds to go, first period of play. Conklin looking for somebody to pass to, has the ball scored by Matura. We got a 2-on-1 break. We've got a 3-on-3, the drive in, shot goes up, foul called. I believe the foul's going to go against Corey Conklin. And it will, a block before the shot. And the Rams take it out underneath their own basket.
2 points would be great right now. Simply, Matura had gotten inside a little quicker instead of standing there. I think he'd have been in position. Of course, then again, he could have been too far in to make the play.
Turnover goes against the Rams. Wildcats with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter and a 7-point lead may elect to go for the last shot. That's Finan. That was for 3.
I think Nate Mepke had a hand on that.
And that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of play. Our score at the end of the first period, the St. Xavier Rams trailing the Westmoreland Wildcats by a 15-8 score. Back for the second 8 minutes of play in just a moment.
There are 5 reasons to order Pizza Time Pizza.
And 5 more reasons why most people prefer Pizza Time pizzas over the other leading brands. 1,
2,
3, 4,
5, 6,
7, 8.
9, and 10.
There's no better reason to get a Pizza Time pizza than hunger, convenience, economy, and super taste.
Pizza Time has it all. Call us now and order. 762-5300.
When it comes to your various insurance needs, visit the professionals at Coryell Insurers Incorporated. They represent major insurance companies such as Aetna Life and Casualty, Travelers, Northwestern National, St. Paul Insurance Company, Hanover, New Hampshire Insurance Company, and Kansas Fire and Casualty. Whether you're looking for insurance for your home or coverage for your automobile, Coryell Insurers Incorporated has the policy for you. They carry a complete line of business, commercial, and personal insurance plans. Before you need insurance, be sure you have it. Coryell Insurers Incorporated, your independent insurance agent serving the Junction City area since 1913.
This is our version of the United States.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The states from coast to coast, where local phone companies are part of the United Telephone System.
Howdy. Hi there.
United proves that the up-to-date technology of a nationwide phone company can go right along with concern for individual communities. The United Telephone System, the company that connects you to your world, still has its local accent.
Hello.
The United Telephone System.
We're back at the Bradley Gym, getting ready to start the second quarter of action between the St. Xavier Rams and Westmoreland Wildcats. Wildcats leading 15-8 at the end of the first period. And Doug, with the exception of maybe a sluggish start offensively for the Rams, they seem to have picked up the pace there in the last 4 minutes of the first period.
He certainly did. I think Westmoreland's going to create some problems. They have a good inside player with Finan, some excellent outside shooting, but St. Xavier seems to be working hard both on defense and offense, and I think good things are going to come if they keep working at it.
Rams, or rather the Wildcats, open the second quarter offensively. Again, long cross-court passes trying to stretch out that Ram zone with their excellent outside shooters. Of course, St. Xavier has to be aware. Now back door, wide open is Higgins.
Somebody obviously there, missed an assignment and went to sleep as Westmoreland tended to lull them to sleep with, you know, the outside passing
I
game.
didn't see Freeman West out on the court.
No, Freeman was busy trying to give K-State a chance to win.
Brzezinski from 15. Matura fights for the rebound, but Finan comes out of there with it. And the Wildcats wanting to run and do with an excellent assist that time from Conklin, who found Higgins underneath. And the first 4 points of this quarter have been scored by the Wildcats, and all of a sudden the lead up to 11 at 19-8.
You know, we were just talking about the
pass inside, layup missed. And now Wildcats coming back the other way. Conklin again to Higgins, almost a duplication of the play before.
this
But
time,
Higgins misses the layup.
I think Mark Matura had something to do with that as he got his hand on it.
Hall from the baseline won't fall. There for the rebound. The Wildcats is Keith Hoffman.
You know, where the ball goes, there seem to be two Wildcats, and I don't think that's by accident. I think that's by design, as they work hard for position.
Ball inside to Finan, stolen by Matura. Brzezinski and the Rams come back the other way. Wolford open from 18. He's short. Meskey fighting in for the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball called between Meskey and Hoffman, and the arrow pointing St. Xavier's way. So they'll keep possession of the basketball. A couple of substitutions in for the Rams. Jeff Labarge checks back in, number 34, giving Nate Meskey a breather. And number 5, John M. checks into the St. X lineup.
That last jump ball, I think that was good hustle, but the little slow whistle on the part of the officials, what obviously was a jump ball, they tended to let the players fight over, which they had no choice, of course, but to do.
Inside 6 minutes to go, first half of play. Rams still looking to get on track offensively. Go inside to Mature on a double pump that won't fall. And Finan comes out of there with the rebound, and Wildcats looking to build on an already large 11-point lead.
St. Xavier's back in a man-to-man defense.
Finan, lob pass into Hoffman. Posts up underneath. Can't get the shot to go. And foul underneath will be called on John M. As Terry Wilkinson, the 5'10 sophomore, picked up the rebound.
They list him at 5'10", but I think he'd have to push that a little bit.
First foul on them. Second team foul on the Rams. Cross court, back to the action. Finan's shot won't fall. And Brzezinski there for the rebound. Hoffman is going to be whistled for the personal.
St. X seemed to just simply go into a funk there for about a minute, and the lead that they were starting to whittle away suddenly expanded back to 11 points.
Lead was only 7 at the end of the first period, but we've gone nearly 3 minutes here to start the second quarter of action, and the Rams yet to hit offensively. Stuck on that number 8 as Brzezinski takes a 17-footer, and Matura going up high, but still over the back, and will be whistled for the personal.
You know, the shots there, I think, and Brzezinski, as we saw in his first shot, can make it. I think he has to keep taking that shot. Otherwise, the defense is going to keep hacking in. I think the shot will be there, and I think it'll drop. Having played with his father, I know his father wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger on those shots.
19-8. Again, the Wildcats with the ball and an 11-point lead. Carr with
We
the
have
ball.
a man alone again.
Higgins left wide open, didn't take advantage of it. Now they go inside to Carr, and he's going to be fouled by Brzezinski. Get a little body contact. I believe it was before the shot, or they will give him 2 shots on that. It's Lonnie Carr, who has a 3-pointer to his credit already in this game. Nate Meskey checking back into the Ram lineup, as does John Hall. Labarge and M will both get a rest.
The foul was on Brzezinski that time, but I think Jeff Labarge showed that he has a talent for shot blocking. It was well-timed and nearly spiked.
Carr good on his first free throw. Now at the line with a chance to extend the Wildcat lead to 13. And he does. 21-8 our score, 4:55 to go, first half of play. Stinsky across the timeline to Hall. Looking inside to Meskey. Pass battered around. Turnover. Lonnie Carr gets it over to Conklin. Crosses the timeline. Looks to set the Westmoreland offense.
Pass just didn't seem to be there that last time down the court. Looks like St. X may be getting a little impatient and trying to force it in to Nate Meskey.
Conklin. Out front Higgins. Back to Conklin. Now up top to Finan. Higgins. Getting the Wildcats being patient on offense. Looking to go inside. Carr. Wilkerson. Back to Finan. Higgins from 18 hits.
Higgins has hit when he's been open. I don't think the young man's missed yet.
4 for 4 so far here on the night. He's got 8 points and the Wildcat lead to its biggest of the night. 15 to 23 to 8. Rams yet to get a basket here in the second quarter. Brzezinski from 15. Again a little long. Fight for the rebound. Wilkerson comes out with it. Ahead to Conklin. Wilkerson Higgins. Again, they seem to want to get that lob pass in the Carr in the middle. As good as they've shot from the outside, I'm kind of surprised they've been that patient. Wilkerson. That one not even close, and the Rams come back trying to, again, score their first basket here in the second quarter.
As they continue to have nothing but bad luck here.
Hall for 3. That's in and out. Lit on the basket at St. Xavier's end. Wildcats looking to run.
Your own rim's supposed to give you those.
Higgins wide open again. This time he misses. And Meskey there for the rebound. Matura drives in, looks for Meskey, tipped out of bounds by Finan, but the Rams keep it.
Saw good defense that time by Westmoreland as they not only stopped the drive but then cut off the pass.
Mark Higgins checks into the game for Westmoreland, replacing Wilkerson as the Rams inbound. Again, looking to score their first basket of the second quarter. Matura drives inside, draws the foul. It'll go against Finan. Mark Matura will have a chance to at least put St. Xavier in double figures when he goes to the line.
Mark Matura is listed at 6'1". Of course, his jumping ability gives him, I think, the ability to play with the larger 6'5" Finans and players inside.
.233 left to go in the first half. As Matura knocks down the first of a 2-shot opportunity. The foul on Finan was the 15th foul against Westmoreland, so for the final 2:33 of the first half, both teams will be in the bonus. Second one won't go, however, Meskey there to put it back.
Nice follow shot.
So Nate Meskey picks up his first basket. Higgins comes back the other way for Westmoreland, can't get it to go. Hall there for the rebound. 23-11 our score. 2 minutes go first half. Brzezinski from 15 won't go. Matura tries to tip it. Labarge can't get it. Finan, full court pass to Conklin, and the foul's going to be whistled on Brzezinski. That'll be the 15th foul against the Rams, and Conklin should have an opportunity to shoot a 1-on-1 and will.
Never see that. It's been a difficult time here today seeing the score. One of the aspects, I suppose, that spoiled me in the Junction City High School gym is the scoreboard on both ends of the floor.
Conklin can't pick up the first of his 1-on-1 opportunity, so the Rams get the rebound and come back again trailing by 12. Inside 2 minutes to go first half. Brzezinski over to Matura. Takes a pass inside, now goes over to Hall. He'll go baseline. He'll kick it back up to Brzezinski. He steps in, takes it from 16, can't hit it. Matura there almost got a three-point play out of it as he's fouled by Carr inside.
Chance.
Again, that jumping ability you were speaking of.
Excellent has. Not only has he made several plays like that inside, but he's come close to several tip-ins. Good, which attributes not only to jumping, but excellent timing.
Two-shot opportunity. Matura hits the first. Matura now 4 points on the game, can make it 5. And more importantly for the St. X team, he can get them back within 10. Meskey again there, and an absolute repeat of the play before.
I think they practiced that. It was once again great timing. We used the board. Professional move. Didn't bring the ball down at all.
2 consecutive three-point plays have cut the lead from 15 to 9. The Rams back within that distance at 23-14. Inside a minute and a half to go, first half of play. But it was a true repeat of the play before.
The only difference was the first one was straight in. This one was off the glass. A little variety.
Inside, the Wildcats go to Finan, who turns around and connects. Finan's got 6 points here in the first half. Wildcat lead back up to 11. Brzezinski and Hall outside the three-point arc. Can't get it. Finan there with good position. Now falls down. It's going to be whistled for traveling.
Good call by the official.
Jeff Labard seemed to get a hand in there on the ball and maybe bother Finan a little bit, causing the turnover.
I think he kind of lost track and was more concerned with getting away from the prying hand.
Matura back outside to Brzezinski. Again, the Rams down by 11. Now John Hall moves out top. Brzezinski out to the near wing. Again, a three-pointer. This one good by John Hall. Full court pass into Higgins. Matura there, but Higgins puts it in. Higgins with 10 points. In the lead back to 11 at 28-17.
Just as at the end of the first quarter we were hoping to get to 5, I think now the key is to get under double figures.
Hall again for 3. Can't get it to fall.
And it won't happen.
And a foul's going to be called. And not a smart play when a guy's shooting a three-quarter court shot at the end of the first half.
Well, it's one of those things. I think it was just he mistimed. It was such an unorthodox shot that, you know, John just kind of leaned a little bit too far in. But we'll see now whether he converts. Obviously, he had a little more difficulty converting from 70 feet.
Conklin misses the first one. And Conklin yet to get on the scoreboard tonight, but does right there to give the Wildcats, now it's correct, a 28-17 halftime lead. They're up by 11. We'll be back with the third quarter of play in just a moment.
First started attending Balmackey College, I drove there, but that got old really quick. I was spending $10 a day in gas. That's $160 a month in gas alone. I soon started taking the Balmackey bus for only $35 a month. That saved me $125 in gas. The new buses are air-conditioned, they have steady lights, and the drivers are excellent. They make pickups in Manhattan, Junction City, Ogden, and Fort Riley. Balmackey College in Salina, a great place to go with a great way to get there.
We just countryfied steak. We took good, lean beef, lightly battered and crisp-fried it, then added our own country kitchen gravy. So tender you can cut it with a fork. Country fried steak. Country fried steak and eggs. Now at a special country price.
Country Kitchen.
January is the start of the new year, but it can also be the start of your child's financial future by opening a savings account at Credit Union One. Credit Union One is more than just a piggy bank. Your child's money will grow at the same rate as yours. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Credit Union One help you or your children start building a strong financial future. Credit Union One offers new car loans as low as 9.75% and used car loans as low as 10.5% APR. That's Credit Union One, Building 210, Fort Riley.
Don't take chances with just any tire. Stop into McGrew Tire Company at 916 North Washington in Junction City. Let the trained staff at McGrew help in selecting the right tire for you. Save on Arriva steel-belted all-season radials and many more from the famous Goodyear line. With Goodyear tires, you can depend on a smoother, safer ride. So for quality performance from your car or truck, stop into McGrew Tire Company and let the good years roll. Welcome back to the Bradley Gymnasium. We're set to start the second half of tonight's second half of our doubleheader. Second half of our doubleheader of basketball action. The St. Xavier Ram boys taking on the Westmoreland Wildcats. We're at halftime and the Rams trailing 28-17. And Doug, giving up 28 points and a half, you're playing pretty good defense, but when you only get 17, you can be in some big trouble, and that's where the Rams are. Their offense in both quarters didn't start until we were inside the 4-minute mark.
You know, they've just waited too long to get off the mark, and plus they've had a little bad luck, but you tend to make your own luck in this game of basketball.
Westmoreland whipping around. Good ball movement, looking for the shot. Same 5 start on both sides as it started the game. Get Mark Matura, the Rams leading scorer, not out there on the floor. Didn't start this ball game, came off the bench. There's Larry Finan with it in the corner, now across back court to Corey Conklin. And they find Finan for a wide open baseline jumper and connects. Good ball movement that time by the Wildcats.
Good pressure by St. Xavier's, but as you said, Westmoreland just bided their time and got the good shot, and then they drove it home.
30-17, Nate Meskey now on the turnaround jumper. Nothing but the cords.
Need to give that young man more opportunities. He's had an excellent night shooting tonight.
Nate, 6 points on the night, or 7 points on the night, excuse me. The Rams now cut the lead back to 11 at 30-19, just inside the 7-minute mark here in the third quarter. Again, pass dumped inside, dumped back out. Now three-pointer taken by Conklin short, and John Hall's going to be called for the foul coming over the back of number 15, Chris Higgins, who had good position underneath. And first substitution of the second half has John Brzezinski getting a blow next to Coach Kelly McNiffin on the Ram bench as Mark Matura, number 21, is checked back into the game. Higgins wide open on the baseline, in and out. Deflected, picked up by Finan, and the Wildcats again with an 11-point lead and the basketball.
Higgins is kind of floating that baseline, looking for his little outside shot right about the three-point line. So far, he's been rather successful on it.
Conklin goes cross court to Carr, who throws up a three-pointer short. And now Matura with good position draws the foul on Higgins.
You know, on a similar shot by Higgins the last time, Mark had found himself a little bit misjudged it. I think it was a little far inside and it bounded over his head. This time, obviously, a little better position.
Rams chance to get the lead back into single digits. Pass thrown errantly inside, picked up by Finan. And Westmoreland comes back the other way. 30-19, coming up on the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. Higgins to Finan, wants to go inside. Kicks it back out, back in. Good post-up move, turnaround jumper won't go, but Finan hustles for the rebound, gets his own board and connects.
Young man stayed right with it that time, didn't he?
32-19, lead back up to 13. Matura, 15-footer, connects. Mark Matura with 6 points now in the ball game.
And he's got his the old-fashioned way. He's worked hard inside. That was probably the easiest bucket he's had.
32-21, lead still at 11 for Westmoreland. Fine looks inside, has it swatted away as he wanted to go inside and get Hoffman posted up, but the Rams come up with the turnover and another opportunity to get the lead back into single digits. For three, John Hall.
Second three-pointer of the game.
Quickly back the other way and throwing it away is the Westmoreland Wildcats just over the outstretched hands of Chris Higgins. And with 5:02 to go, the Rams get a couple of breaks, and they're back within 8. 5:02 to go in the third. 32-24 our score in favor of Westmoreland. Back in just a moment.
There's a new member of the family at Jim Clark Auto Center, and we're mighty proud to have it. The new Geo line of vehicles, starting with the Geo Metro. The Geo Metro is a great little subcompact car that offers the best fuel economy of any gasoline engine car in America. And you can see it at Jim Clark Auto Center, where you can find Chevrolet, Oldsmobile, Cadillac, Volkswagen, Audi, and the all-new Geo line of vehicles. That's Jim Clark Auto Center, 834 Grant Avenue in Junction City.
I'd like to ask this question to all government employees. What do you expect from your bank? Do you seek convenience, dependability, security of your finances at low cost with no frills, assistance when you need it? If your account is with Fort Riley National Bank, then you know we offer the best in all categories. Now is the time to visit Fort Riley National Bank. Open an account and arrange for your paycheck to automatically be deposited through our direct deposit program at Fort Riley National Bank.
You owe it to yourself to watch TV on a 40, 46, or 50-inch big screen TV from RCA. The RCA 50-inch TV at Hoffman TV and Stereo on Grand Avenue gives you the biggest and brightest picture ever. 4 times larger than a conventional 25-inch TV. Just press the swap button and the smaller sub-picture becomes the main picture. All RCA big screen TVs are now on sale starting at just $16.95. Come in now to Hoffman TV and Stereo on Grand Avenue to check out our big screen TVs. Make your dream house a reality with Wardcraft Homes and Clay Center. From the beginning to the end, it's quality workmanship at its best. Backed by 17 years building experience, Wardcraft's beautiful custom-made homes are designed with you in mind. Add your unique touch by selecting the style and comfort that you've always dreamed of. Visit the model display located on Grand Avenue from January 27th to February 5th, and you'll see why Wardcraft Homes are the best in the Midwest. Wardcraft Homes and Clay Center, South Highway 15.
St. X gets
Back at the Bradley Gym, our score 32-24. The lead's been cut to 8 for the Westmoreland Wildcats. Doug Engstrom. St. Xavier came out the second half looking a little more potent offensively.
Yeah, and I think it started on the defensive end. They came out a little more active on defense, but they've been working hard. They've hit the shots. As simple as that. You know, good shooting cures a lot of ills.
John Hall last time down had the three-pointer, his second, as Doug mentioned, on the night. Mark Matura drives baseline for the easy two. The left-hander takes it up, and the lead down to 6, the closest the Rams have been in a long time. Rams in a man-to-man defense. Inside, last touch, another Westmoreland turnover, that one going against Keith Hoffman.
When things go your way, they tend to snowball, don't they? And right now, St. X got a little break on that as the ball kind of bounced off a few people, but was out on Westmoreland.
32-26. Rams, chance to get right back in this ball game. Plenty of time, over 4 minutes to go, third quarter of play. John Hall looks to drive now. Pass is good. Pass to Matura. Can't get the ball to go. Tried to draw the foul. The Wildcats come back the other way. Good pass, however, by Hall as he just threaded the needle inside.
That was an excellent pass.
Finan back the other way. A little long. And Meskey up with the rebound. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Rams again. Down by 6, but out-trailed by as many as 13 in this contest.
Hall continues to do a good job out there on the point.
Wolford, he'll take the 6-footer and connect. Mike Wolford gets the basket.
And suddenly we have it the ball game here at Bradley Auditorium.
Wolford with 4 points, and that's what the lead is for Westmoreland. Wildcats maybe feeling a little shaky. The Rams putting a big rush on here in the third quarter.
Jeff Labarge there doing a good job on defense on the inside.
Look to go into Finan, has the ball stripped away by Matura. And another Westy turnover. That one a forced one. Just inside 3 minutes to go. Now the Rams can get the lead down to 2 and maybe 1. Hall goes baseline. Comes back out front to Wolford. Finds Matura. He'll go baseline. Pull up jumper. A little short. And the rebound comes down to Terry Wilkerson. Back the other way, Conklin to Wilkerson.
Beautiful steal.
Stolen by John Hall, cuts back in, and hits the layup. John Hall with a a big play. He's now got 8 points in the game, and the lead is 2, 32-30. Rams on a big comeback.
And Westmoreland a little flustered right now, as well they should be.
Pass goes inside, but a whistle and an offensive foul against Jerry Finan. And Westmoreland wants another timeout. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. The Rams have cut the lead to 2 at 32-30. We come back, they'll have a chance to tie or even go in the lead with the three-pointer, so don't go away.
Kansas Tech, Kansas College of Technology in Salina. Discover high-tech two-year programs in technology. From aviation technology to computers, 13 programs perfect for military personnel.
I'm Tony Tillmans, president of Kansas Tech. Discover our campus, low tuition, financial aid, and career placement services.
Earn a degree evenings and weekends because at Kansas Tech, Kansas College of Technology in Salina, we're getting better now so you'll have a better future. Call toll-free 1-800-248-5782.
Class, there are two methods for doing laundry. One, wear them until they rot off your body and then soak them in battery acid. Two, the method preferred by millions. Take those soiled items to Laundryland. There's drop-off and do-it-yourself service at Laundryland, 14th and Washington. And now, backed by popular demand, it's the Lucky Load Special. Wash 12 super loads and get the 13th load absolutely free. Hurry into Laundryland for your Lucky Load card. Whether you drop off laundry or do it yourself, Laundryland helps you look like a class act. People know McKenna Pontiac Buick in Junction City sells new and used cars. So do lots of other dealers. Here are some good reasons to choose McKenna. 1. Pontiacs and Buicks have a proven record of being top-quality vehicles that will last. Another reason is for the excellent service department at McKenna Pontiac Buick.
I drive an 81 Pontiac Bonneville. I put a lot of time and money into restoring it. I wouldn't take it anywhere but McKenna for parts and service. It looks beautiful and runs perfectly thanks to McKenna Service Department.
Family problems can be difficult. We try to make the first step easy by accepting your Champas insurance benefit that all active and retired military families have. Bring your ID card in to the first appointment and we will fill out all the paperwork and bill Champas directly for you. When problems arise and you're not sure where to turn, Norton Edmiston Marriage and Family Counseling Services is here to help.
Welcome back to the Bradley Gym. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. If you've just joined us, you've missed a lot. The Rams, down by double digits at halftime, have climbed back within 2 points, 32-30, with 2:15 to go in the third period. And the Rams have done it both offensively and defensively.
And they've done it as a team. Everybody out there has contributed, and they've simply done the little things. You know, Jeff LaBarge, I think, the only player that hasn't scored, but yet he's played great interior defense.
And a 3-second violation whistled against the Rams.
I wasn't sure you could have 3 seconds if you never had the ball, but still, that's...
Turnover against St. X, and now the Wildcats come back, leading by 2. But where they were once in total command of this game, St. Xavier's come back to give them a fight tooth and nail. Inside 2 minutes to go, third quarter of play. Conklin outside to Hoffman, looking to post up Finan inside. Now Higgins open. He's short. Carr there for the rebound. Second effort goes, but a foul's going to be whistled inside against a double foul against Mark Matura of the Rams and Jerry Finan of the Wildcats.
Unusual situation here as the official calls a double foul in a situation where you normally don't see such a call.
Underneath the basket when they were both fighting for position for the rebound.
Situation where I think the official obviously has read his rule book.
So the Rams come back the other way now, trailing by 4. As the basket by Carr counts. Now they post up Mesky inside. His shot a little short. And the foul going to be whistled on Hoffman and the inside over Matura's back.
We're not yet in the 1-and-1, so I think we'll just be taking it out. But that's the first shot I think Mesky's missed, other than the very difficult shot behind the backboard in the first half.
Inside a minute and a half to go. Third quarter of play. .30. Rams with the ball, but trailing by 4. Wolford outside. Now goes baseline Matura. Back to Wolford. He'll pull it back out. Give it to John Hall to set the Ram offense. Matura back to Hall. Back to Matura. Inside the three-point line. Can't get it to fall. And Conklin coming the other way for Westmoreland. Now the Wildcats with the ball and a 4-point lead. 1 minute to go. Third quarter of play. Carr out front. Conklin drives. Over Meskey, won't go, and LaBarge there with a big rebound for St. X. He was the only yellow jersey on the weak side that time.
You know, once again, I think Jeff LaBarge is having an outstanding game doing the little things. He hasn't made the flashy play or the defensive or offense, but he's working hard on defense and getting some key rebounds.
John Hall outside the three-point line, and where Westmoreland was content early in the game to leave him out there unattended, no longer. Now it's Steele. Higgins the other way. Hall gets a hand down there, and traveling is going to be whistled against Westmoreland. Good defensive play by the sophomore John Hall.
Excellent defense. John Hall shows his quickness as he had earlier on the steal. And better move it down court as the clock ticks down.
Inside 10 seconds. 7. 5 seconds to go. Third quarter of play. Matura launches a three-pointer. Won't go. LaBarge. And that shot won't count even if it does go. And we've come to the end of the third period. St. Xavier Rams have made a big move towards getting back into this ball game. They're back within 4 at 34-30. Lead in favor of the Wildcats. Back with the final quarter of action in just a moment.
There are 5 reasons to order Pizza Time Pizza.
And 5 more reasons why most people prefer Pizza Time pizzas over the other leading brands. 1,
2,
3, 4,
5, 6,
7, 8.
9, and 10.
There's no better reason to get a Pizza Time pizza than hunger, convenience, economy, and super taste.
Pizza Time has it all. Call us now and order. 762-5300.
When it comes to your various insurance needs, visit the professionals at Coryell Insurers Incorporated. They represent major insurance companies such as Aetna Life and Casualty, Travelers, Northwestern National, St. Paul Insurance Company, Hanover, New Hampshire Insurance Company, and Kansas Fire and Casualty. Whether you're looking for insurance for your home or coverage for your automobile, Coryell Insurers Incorporated has the policy for you. They carry a complete line of business, commercial, and personal insurance plans. Before you need insurance, be sure you have it. Coryell Insurers Incorporated, your independent insurance agent serving the Junction City area since 1913.
Back at the Bradley Gym, set for the final 8 minutes of action of our high school doubleheader here tonight. St. Xavier Ram girls winning the first game over the Westmoreland Wildcats. And now in the second game, the St. Xavier Rams look to be counted out early, trailed by 11 at halftime. And in the third quarter, outscored Westmoreland 13-6, back within 4 as we start the final period of play. 34-30 in favor of Westmoreland, and the Wildcats have the basketball. Higgins looking to go inside.
You know, I keep harping on this, but I think that turnaround came as much as anything on defense. The St. X simply shut down the Westmoreland offense.
Conklin out front, Higgins. Inside Finan, left open, connects.
Excellent offensive move as Nate Meskey nearly had it. John Hall was helping out, but Jerry Finan simply made the great move.
Jerry Finan, leading scorer in this game with 12 points. As now the foul is going to go inside against Mark Matura. That's just the 14th foul against St. X here in the second half. So Westmoreland will take it out of bounds.
We'll be shooting both teams from here on in, so free throws, of course, can be a critical factor.
Mark Matura with 3 personal fouls. Inside, 7:15 to go in the game. Hoffman breaks the pressure for Westmoreland. Again, now the Wildcats back up to a 6-point lead. Finan finds Hoffman cutting underneath. Score the basket and the foul. Keith Hoffman will go to the line to shoot one shot and try to complete the three-point play, as that's the fourth personal foul against John Brstinsky.
Fourth personal foul.
Mike Wolford, number 22, checking into the game for Brstinsky. But all of a sudden it was 32-30. And now the Wildcats on a 6-0 and possibly a 7-0 run to move the lead back out to 9, and they do. 39-30, 7 minutes left in the game.
It becomes a free throw contest. I'd hate to go up against Westmoreland. I think they've had an excellent night from the line.
Pass inside, away from Meskey. Hoffman comes up with it.
Good tough pass to handle.
Westmoreland the other way. Carr inside. Hoffman has a lane. He traveled.
He was too open. I think his first urge was simply to run to the hoop. You know, St. X has kind of lost a little defensive intensity. Last couple times down, there have been open people from Westmoreland, something we didn't see the entire third quarter.
Wolford for a three-pointer. It's long. Meskey up high for the rebound. And the foul going to be whistled inside against the Wildcats, number 23, Corey Conklin.
And as the call was made, a point I'd like to make right now is the fans erupted in disapproval. And here we are at St. Xavier's home court, but the stands are full of Westmoreland people on a Tuesday night.
How far a drive is that up here to the Bradley Gym from Westmoreland?
35 miles probably. Little towns do support their basketball teams, though.
Nate Meskey at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Can't take advantage and earn a bonus. So the Rams, who have just gotten back into this ball game, in danger now of getting put back out of it by the Wildcats, who have the ball in a 9-point lead. Hoffman lobs it in to Finan. Short. Ball there. Last touch by Westmoreland, however, and the Rams come back again. 6 minutes to go, trailing by 9. All up across the timeline. Out front to Matura. He drives in. He'll shoot and hit.
Nice shot. I think that left hand I'm guaranteed a left hand's worth 3 shots a game if you're a good basketball player.
10 points for Mark Matura. Lead back to 7 at 39-32. Coming up on the 5.5-minute mark. Rams are going to have a couple of defensive stands to get back into this game. Conklin looking for Finan inside. Now go back out to Higgins. Over to Carr, back to Finan. Looking to post up Hoffman against Labarge. They do. Good defense by Labarge, and Meskey with the rebound off to Wolford. Rams with a chance to cut the lead to 5. We're on the 5-minute mark. Mike Wolford across to Matura. Three-pointer hit. Mark Matura with the hot hand.
We have a 4-point.
And it's 39-35. Higgins out front. He'll be fouled by John Hall, and that'll send Higgins to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
And the way Higgins has been hitting from the outside, it may be just academic.
Higgins' 10 points have come off 5 field goals. Now he'll go to the line for the first time tonight. Second foul on Hall. 4:38 to go in the game. And Higgins can't connect. 39-35. Rams back within 4. Chance to get the lead into 2. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Hall up top, Wolford. Back to Hall. That's a three-pointer. That's a little long, and a foul underneath on Labarge. So we walk to the other end of the court where Hoffman will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
At 4:22, I think St. X that time, Coach Kelly McDiffett has Mike Walford over, and I think he might be saying that, it's a little early to start. We can always get a better shot than that. I don't know that he was displeased with him, but at the same time, it looked like that was a little rushed of a three-pointer.
Hoffman good on the first. And has a chance now to put the Wildcats back up by 6. And he does. Keith Hoffman with 8 points in the game, 4 at the line, 4 from the field. 41-35 Wildcats. Ventura again outside three-point land, drives in, now passes. Labarge had already turned around to block out his man waiting for the rebound. And a turnover against the Rams, and Westmoreland now, with 4 minutes left in the game, has the ball in a 6-point lead.
I think Mark that time got himself caught up in the air and was hoping that Jeff was reading his mind.
Corey Conklin trying to direct the offense. Over to Carr. Outside three-point arc. Now just inside of it to Finan and back over to Conklin. Look for inside. Found Hoffman cutting. A little too late. Now back outside. And wide open again is Higgins. This time way short.
Free throw for 2.
And the Rams want a timeout. 3:30 to go in the game. St. X with the ball, but trailing by 6. 41-35 in favor of the Westmoreland Wildcats. Back for the final 3:30 of action in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Victor. I'm a student at Bromacke College in Salina. When I first started attending Bromacke College, I drove there. But that got old really quick. I was spending $10 a day in gas. That's $160 a month in gas alone. I soon started taking the Bromacke bus for only $35 a month. That saved me $125 in gas. The new buses are air-conditioned, they have steady lights, and the drivers are excellent. They make pickups in Manhattan, Junction City, Ogden, and Fort Riley. Bromacke College in Salina, a great place to go with a great way to get there.
We just countryfied steak. We took good, lean beef, lightly battered and crisp-fried it, then added our own country kitchen gravy. So tender you can cut it with a fork. Country fried steak. Country fried steak and eggs. Now at a special country price.
Country kitchen.
January is the start of the new year, but it can also be the start of your child's financial future by opening a savings account at Credit Union One. Credit Union One is more than just a piggy bank. Your child's money will grow at the same rate as yours. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Credit Union One help you or your children start building a strong financial future. Credit Union One offers new car loans as low as 9.75% and used car loans as low as 10.5% APR. That's Credit Union One, Building 210, Fort Riley.
Don't take chances with just any tire. Stop into McGrew Tire Company at 916 North Washington in Junction City. Let the trained staff at McGrew help in selecting the right tire for you. Save on Arriva steel-belted all-season radials and many more from the famous Goodyear line. With Goodyear tires, you can depend on a smoother, safer ride. So for quality performance from your car or truck, stop into McGrew Tire Company and let the Goodyears roll. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in our high school doubleheader. This is the second half of the doubleheader. St. X Ram boys trailing the Westmoreland Wildcats by a score of 41-35. However, the Rams do have the basketball, and they have shown that they can make up a large deficit in a hurry here tonight, Doug. So only down 6, and with the basketball, by no means is this game over. We could see a game that goes right down to the wire.
St. X has not yet gotten over the hump, but as you've just pointed out, they have shown tonight that they're a team of streaks, and they've had some awfully hot ones, and right now if they can go on one of their tears, we can see a Ram victory tonight.
Mike Wolford outside the three-point arc. Now they go to the baseline to Mark Matura, who wants to go to the middle. Now posts up inside and hits.
Very tough shot that time by the young man.
13 points now for Mark Matura. And the Rams back within 4 at 41-37. 3 minutes to go in the game. Out front, Hoffman. Now Westmoreland really looking to spread the Ram defense, and you know what they're looking for here, Doug, is definitely the backdoor cut.
That's true, and someone like Jerry Finan lurking around the baseline, I think they would like to see when someone like him get the ball inside.
Down inside, 2:35.
As they say on TV, and since we're there, the clock has now become the enemy of the Rams.
Again, the offense staying way outside. Now finding off to Hoffman. And back over to Conklin.
If St. X has to be careful, they don't lose their intensity away from the ball.
Now foul whistled with 2:01 to go in the game, and the Wildcats will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Lonnie Carr will be there to shoot it. Foul against St. Xavier's Jeff Labarge, his second personal. The free throws become a big factor as the Wildcats ate up a minute off the clock on that possession before being fouled. And now we're in the second half of the 1-and-1. Lonnie Carr, his 5th point of the night. Tried to make it 6 and does. 43-37, 2 minutes to go in the game. The Rams trailing by 6. With the basketball. Three-pointer by Hall. Short. Tip back out. Meskey picks it up inside. Goes up and hits.
Goes up strong.
Big basket by Nate Meskey, who's now got 9 points in the game. And now back the other way. And from our perspective, that looked like all ball inside, but
Nate Meskey seemed to be confessing to something I didn't see from about 7 feet away here as we're right at courtside.
1:43 to go. Foul on Nate is second. That sends Higgins back to the line, who missed on his only free throw attempt of the night.
His last field goal was from the free throw line, and it was well short.
But good on this one. Earns the second half.
I think the first one was for range, the second one for effect, and this one was on target.
Back up to 5. The Wildcat lead. Make it 6 as Higgins now has 12 points in the game. Then at 43, lead back to 6 for the Wildcats. Hall. Over to Wooford. Back to Hall. Now, Wooford passed up the three-pointer. Drives in for 2. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Hall with it. Outside the three-point line, has it partially blocked, but there's Meskey again. And Hoffman finally comes out of there with it for the Wildcats. Westmoreland a 6-point lead, and things are starting to look a little grim for St. X as Mark Matura is now fouled Corey Conklin, who go to the line to shoot another 1-and-1. But with 1:11 to go in the game, the Rams staring at a 6-point deficit. 45-39.
And that last foul on Mark Matura was not only his 4th, but it, I think was dangerously close to being called an intentional foul, which of course makes a difference.
Of course, the intentional foul rule would give him not only the 2 shots at the line, but also the ball out of bounds. Well, 1:11 to go in the game. The Rams trailing by 6. We'll be back to finish this one out in just a moment.
There's a new member of the family at Jim Clark Auto Center, and we're mighty proud to have it. The new Geo line of vehicles, starting with the Geo Metro. The Geo Metro is a great little subcompact car that offers the best fuel economy of any gasoline engine car in America. And you can see it at Jim Clark Auto Center, where you can find Chevrolet, Oldsmobile, Cadillac, Volkswagen, Audi, and the all-new Geo line of vehicles. That's Jim Clark Auto Center, 834 Grant Avenue in Junction City.
I'd like to ask this question to all government employees. What do you expect from your bank? Do you seek convenience, dependability, security of your finances at low cost with no frills, assistance when you need it? If your account is with Fort Riley National Bank, then you know we offer the best in all categories. Now is the time to visit Fort Riley National Bank. Open an account and arrange for your paycheck to automatically be deposited through our direct deposit program at Fort Riley National Bank.
You owe it to yourself to watch TV on a 40, 46, or 50-inch big screen TV from RCA. The RCA 50-inch TV at Hoffman TV and Stereo on Grand Avenue gives you the biggest and brightest picture ever. 4 times larger than a conventional 25-inch TV. Just press the swap button and the smaller sub-picture becomes the main picture. All RCA big screen TVs are now on sale starting at just $16.95. Come in now to Hoffman TV and Stereo on Grand Avenue to check out our big screen TVs. Make your dream house a reality with Wardcraft Homes in Clay Center. From the beginning to the end, it's quality workmanship at its best. Backed by 17 years building experience, Wardcraft's beautiful custom-made homes are designed with you in mind. Add your unique touch by selecting the style and comfort that you've always dreamed of. Visit the model display located on Grand Avenue from January 27th to February 5th, and you'll see why Wardcraft Homes are the best in the Midwest. Wardcraft Homes in Clay Center, South Highway 15. Minute 11 to go in this high school basketball contest between the St. Xavier Rams and the Westmoreland Wildcats. The Rams trailing by 6 at 45-39. Wildcats at the line also to shoot a 1-and-1. Doug, any thoughts on what St. X needs to do here in the last 1:11 to get back in it?
The way things have been going, I think St. X needs to figure out a way to defense the Westmoreland free throw shooters. As I think Westmoreland right now has hit 6 straight. They hit the free throws, they're not going to be stopped tonight.
Kind of tough to defend them from the free throw line. Especially if they're shooting like that. Corey Conklin connects on the first half of the 1-and-1. Earns his bonus. Wildcat lead now back up to 7, 46-39.
Of course, one way to decrease the free throw.
Comes back with the other way with it for the Rams.
Heads-up play that time.
Three-pointer by Hall, long. And foul inside against Hoffman. And that's a good break for St. X. You got 1:02 on the clock. The most important thing now, though, is it's stopped. You're down by 7. A couple of big free throws coming up here for Nate Meskey.
There's no easier or better place to score when you're trying to come from behind than with the clock stopped from 15 feet away. At the same time, there's this little matter of pressure involved, and, it's not easy to step up to the line and hit them.
Nate Meskey on a 1-and-1 opportunity. Earns the bonus.
Nice touch.
Ice water in the senior's veins.
Yeah, I'd like to take this opportunity just for a bit of trivia. The Rams name, the nickname, came from Nate Meskey's grandfather, Morris Meskey. So, it's been around for right at 50 years now.
And Nate makes good on both of those. He's now got 11 points in the game. With 1:02 to go, the Rams are back within striking distance at 5. A couple of possessions away from maybe forcing this thing into overtime.
An opportune three-pointer, a steal. We've got a tie game.
Conklin brings it up for the Wildcats. Rams looking to trap. Brzezinski. Inside, Hoffman takes it up, hits, and is fouled. Foul go on John M. Hoffman will go to the line with an opportunity to collect on his three-point play. 48-41 now our score.
Early in the game, I was giving most of the inside credit, I think, to Jerry Finan, but here late in the game, Keith Hoffman, the other 6'5 player from Westmoreland, has taken over, and that time that was simply a strong move inside. No fault of the St. X players. They had a fouling, but he did what he had to do. And got the rebound.
His own missed free throw. And now it's 7-point lead with 45 seconds to go. And a reach-in foul is going to be called against Brzezinski.
His 5th.
And Lonnie Carr, the 6'1 senior, who's already got 6 points in this ball game. 3 of those coming from the free throw line. Will be back there again with 1-on-1 opportunity.
So with players shuttling, excuse me, Bob, but, in and out from the game, I like to take this opportunity to mention Mike Landsteiner, who's done an excellent job of keeping them supplied with water, the manager for both the Lady Rams and the St. Xavier's Gentlemen Rams.
Carr makes good on his first free throw. Now has an opportunity to put the Wildcats back up by 9. 44 seconds to go. And it is a 9-point lead. Rams back the other way. Clock definitely not in their favor now as that shot partially blocked, it looked like. Rebounded by Finan. They're going to call a foul on Meskey underneath.
I think that may be on Mike Walford. I'm not sure.
It looked like it was on Wolford, but they've called it on Meskey.
I think you're right. You're obviously much more observant than I am.
It did look like Mike Wolford was the one who made contact, but the referee was pointing at Nate Meskey all the way.
It's all a matter of angles. Kind of officiating, I think, is like geometry class.
Finan connects on the first one, and now the Wildcats back up by double digits at 10, 51-41, 36 seconds to go in the game. Stranger comebacks and stranger things have happened, though, folks.
This place is haunted.
They'll have to probably try out their three-point range as Matura's shot won't go. And now the foul inside against Matura. The sliding to the floor in Danny Ames style that time was Chris Higgins.
Chris Higgins been hot and cold tonight.
That'll be Matura's fifth foul. So Mark, even though he didn't start the game, has fouled out of the contest.
You know, as a coach, one thing I suppose the positive aspect of a player fouling out of the game is you know that he can't ask you why he didn't play more. He obviously played the limit.
Matura goes to the bench with 13 points on the night, including 2 from the free throw line and 1 3-pointer thrown in there. Chris Higgins also has 13 points now. Chance to make it 14. Chris Higgins actually the leading scorer in this contest. He's now the lead ballooning back upwards on the free throws at 13. John M for his three off the glass. Lead back to 10. Inside of 12 seconds. Now the foul, and an intentional foul called against John M.
I thought John M. did as good a job as anyone has in the last 2 minutes of making a move to go for the ball. I think the officials were simply expecting a foul. Of course they got it, but
it's that intent. They read that intent into it, as I hear all the time. But he did. He did a good job of posting up, down on his guy, getting down a good defensive position, and looked like he was reaching for the ball to me, as the first of the intentionals is missed by Lonnie Carr. But yeah, they say the referee just has to read intent. And, you know, I guess once you go to that school to learn how to read intent, that maybe we're just not educated in the intent language, so we can't tell whether that was...
That's officiating 101, isn't it, offered at all major leading universities.
The Rams might be just content to let the clock run out, and they will. Conklin will run it out, get it to Finan, and that's it. 10-point game at the end, but that is not really indicative of how this game was played. The Rams down big early, fought to come back and got within 2 at one point, and but do fall by a final count of 54-44.
You know, like you said, the final count of 10 points is not indicative of what kind of a game it was. St. X tonight had their moments. I think they played some excellent basketball at times. Having seen them only tonight and read about them a lot, I see why the fans and coach are tantalized by what could be, what seems to be at times, but simply hasn't been there so far. They've got some talent. They play hard. They know what to do. It's just almost snake bit.
So the Rams fall at 2-10 overall on the year. Their mark in league play now is 2-7. So that'll do it for our doubleheader. Hope you enjoyed it. We went 1-1. That's our first loss here on the year. So overall now, Doug, we are 5-1 on the season.
We'll have to come back next time and see if the Blue Jays, Lady Jays, whatever Jays, can maybe get us back on the winning track again.
All right. For Doug Engstrom, Bob Porter, and the entire TV6 crew,